So, shit, I started with Hindi. I forgot. I thought it was just normal vlogging and I forgot that it was gonna be in English. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I am recovering with full energy. So, let me tell you what happened and the thing about that I was gonna teach you or something today. I think I should. Yeah, I will. Let me teach you something basic with talking about my day. I was removing socks. I just came from the gym and I think I ran like 5 kilometers today. So I told you that I'm going to a marathon and I was practicing for it. Turns out I do not need practice for that. I just want to go to gym, do weightlifting because I love my body and I can feel my back shrinking and my chest muscles have almost gone. I'm feeling bad for myself because I worked so hard to get those muscles and I cannot just let them fade away. Why is so like that? That a girl has to work like for years and years to get body like a teenager boy, and then just for a week or two she doesn't go to gym, all the muscles just fades away and instantly the fat takes place of it. This is not fair. Anyway, I still look good, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I had gotten ill and there was a pen coming. I had gotten ill and now I am recovering with full energy. I'd gone to the doctor and
So here we are.
let's not be sad and I should continue to teach you something. I'm gonna teach you some basic of AI. Oh my god, what is this sound of TV? Let me just. Why do I feel so khoya? I just came from the gym and I was in good mood, so I thought of making a video. Like, why not? Wait a second. I had this notebook where I had made notes of all the things that I was learning while starting AI. This is really a bad angle, oh my god, but who cares? I'm just gonna teach you guys. So we're gonna start from the basics of basics. Like, what is machine learning? So what is machine learning? Machine learning is a branch of computer science where we teach machines to learn something, like how to learn something. Like when you see a baby, uh, you will teach baby about colors and all, about counting and all. Like you will teach baby how to count 1 2 3, but then it will start like counting things by itself, like balls, where to use the counting and how to use the counting, multiplication, addition. It the baby will learn itself, then it will start learning by itself, like what to do with the numbers, how to use it. So a baby has the natural intelligence to learn things. You don't have to push, like literally make the baby learn how to learn things, because the baby was built to learn things. It has a brain which contains intelligence. When machines don't, those things are lifeless. If we do not talk about it philosophically, we're talking about it technically. So the machines don't have any sense. So a branch of computer science, the example about the baby was probably a bad one, but yeah. So this branch of computer science, machine learning, is about teaching machines how to learn. Like we'll give it some set of data and be like, just learn it, and then it will learn the data. Like this is what happens if you do this, this is what happens if you do this. Then the machine will learn everything, be like a rectification, do rectification. Sorry, people out of India don't know what is rectification, but how do I teach that? Never mind about it. Yeah, nobody's out of India watching me. So, but one day they'll talk with me. What will I do? I'll just say never mind. So, yeah. So, we'll teach machine that if you will do this, outcome will be like this. Then we will ask machine, what happens if you do this? Then the machine will answer, then this will happen. On the basis of what? On the basis of the data that we gave it, that we gave it to learn. Like, this is the data on the basis of which you have to learn about the events, like what and how the outcome comes if you give certain inputs. So this is what machine learning is. Yeah, I was just checking my battery. So there are 3 types of machine learning training, or just machine learning. There are 3 ways of making a machine learn. What the fuck? My hand is paining. That's why I was looking at that. I'm giving TMI, right? I should cut that shit out. First is supervised learning. In supervised learning, what happens is the data is labeled. Like think about houses. This is the most basic example I'm giving you, that you are giving data about the area, like in which area a house is situated, how many rooms a house has, and what is the build, like it is Victoria build or modern house, and the square foot of area of the house. You give all this data and then you write the price. So there are 2 different sections of this data. One is where the data is like, this is all the variables, like the number of rooms, the area where the location of a house, the square foot of house, the build type of build of the house, like the design of the house, and then there is section price. So on the basis of all these variables, the price is determined of a house. So usually you go to a real estate agent, and then the agent, looking at all these things, tells you the price of the house. How does that happen? The agent has natural intelligence and the experience. What does the experience contains? Like all this data that he has collected all through his years. Like he has seen so many houses that now he knows how the prices are calculated. Like he has the vague idea of it, and he will tell you a vague range, like in around 2,000 to 3,000 rent will come. Okay, all these things he will tell you without even looking at a house. He can give a vague range, right? Sorry, I have blocked nose. Yeah, so this is what supervised learning is. Like you give data and input which is labeled, like all these variables are this, and this is the outcome of this is the outcome if these are the variables. This is the outcome if these are the variables. If the house is modern, the price increases. If the design or the build of house is old, the price decreases. So based on these variables, outcome changes. So the data is labeled and given the input to the machine. The machine learns from this data and learns how the outcome comes from basis on the variables. So when you ask the machine, what about I have a 2 BHK, I live in Gandhinagar, I have a Victorian design sustainable house what will be the price of my house? It has 3 rooms. So the machine learning model, which was given all this data, basis on that data will give you a rough value that this will be the value of your house. If the data is old, it will give the value about, like, if the data contains 2014 prices, it will give you the price in which the 2014 your house will have been sold. Sorry for the grammatical mistakes, but whatever. The second type is unsupervised learning, where the labels are not given. What do I mean by labels are not given? For example, customer data. Again, a very basic example. I thought the video wasn't on because I thought I was explaining beautifully. It doesn't matter if nobody is looking at it. I'm doing it for myself. So second type is unsupervised learning, where there is no labeling. Example, we just have data of customers, like the name of customer, leave the name, the age of customer, the race of customer, its his income, and the type of card, credit card it holds, its expenses, his debts. Wait a second, let me close my door. His expenses, and the amount of wealth he holds. For example, this is the all these fields are given, and you have to identify which customer will scam you, like it will like credit all the money and just run away without paying anything, and which customer will be a loyal customer, like will use the credit card properly and will pay you properly. So you have to do the classification, but you don't have any labels, like you don't have a data where there is written that this is a good customer, this is not, this is a good customer, this is not. You don't have any labels, you just have a data about customer, millions of data. What will you do? You will give the machine and be like, just make groups of data. How you will make groups of data? Make groups of customers based on the income, like income groups, higher income groups, lower income groups. Make groups of customers with lots of debts, and customers with no debts, customers who do a lot of expenses, customers who don't do a lot of expenses. You will do differentiation and then cluster those customers into groups, and you will see the differentiation, like, oh, so these are the customers who have high debt, who have done so many expenses and has very low income. They are more likely to do this scam. They will run away after taking the money. This is higher chance. So the machine learning model will group them differently, and you can then classify, okay, these are the customers I have to look out for. So this is known as unsupervised learning. Now the third type of a machine learning type is okay, sorry, reinforcement learning. Okay, so this one is my favorite, and I've never worked on it. I've worked on supervised and also unsupervised, but I've never worked on reinforcement. Oh, actually, I have. Sorry, I have. It wasn't very fun, but yeah, I was doing it for the very first time, so I loved it. So yeah, in reinforcement learning, what happens is, imagine you have, like, there is an open ground where there is one lobster, and then there is toys. The lobster is real, the toys are toys, plastic toys which squeak and make fun sounds, and you leave the baby on the ground. The baby will think the lobster is a toy, and then the baby will touch the lobster. The lobster will bite the baby. Baby will cry and will learn the lesson that the lobster isn't a toy. So when you leave the baby again on the floor, the baby won't go to lobster this time. It will go to the real toys and play with it and be happy. So the moral of the story is the model learns from the environment by itself without any type of training given from the outside. You leave a model in an environment where it is given punishment if the outcome of the model is not something we desired, and it is given a reward if the outcome is what we would have liked or we had desired. So this is what reinforcement learning is. This is usually used in making game bots. Like if it kills an enemy, the bot is given a reward. The reward is like feedback, like a like button that yeah, you did great. So the model does everything to minimize the amount of penalty or punishment it gets, the amount of dislikes it gets, bad feedbacks you can also say. So this is it for today. Oh my god, I'm a really great teacher.